Everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are safe by staying at home. As we all know that the COVID-19 is causing a pandemic throughout the countries of the different countries as well as our India. So besides getting nervous about that, we should be motivated, we should take it positively and stay happy, stay safe so that we can maintain our prosperity. Now, today myself, Julie Sharma, is going to start the new session on our classes, that is the JP classes. First of all, before starting the session, I would like to pay your attention towards the syllabus of the biological subject. As we all know, the first thing when we buy a book, the front page, that is the contents page, where it is written how many units are there, how many chapters are there. So starting with the session, starting with the introduction of the chapters, I would like to take your attention to the syllabus. Now, we all know that the biology, in the class 12 biology, there are 5 units. The first unit is your reproduction. In this, we are dealing with the chapters and there are total 4 chapters and the distribution for these 4 chapters is of 14 marks. Now, the second unit, which is about genetics and evolution, it is having mainly 3 chapters and the total distribution of marks is about 18. This unit is the most important because it is having the highest number of marks assigned to it. Now, the third unit, which is known as the biology and human welfare, it is also having the 3 chapters and the marks assigned is of 14 marks. Now, the most important unit, that is the biotechnology and its application, because it's scoring, because only 2 chapters are giving you a marks of total 10, right? The last unit, which is a very simple, you deal it with a daily life and it is about ecological and the environment. It comprises of 14 chapters and the marks assigned is 14. So, you can see that in the total full syllabus, we are going to have the 5 unit, okay. The number of chapters are making 4, 3, 3, 2, 4, making a total of 16 chapters and the distribution is marks. First unit is of 14 marks, second unit is of 18 marks, third unit is also 14 marks, fourth unit, the most important one, I am repeating again, it is the most important because by reading 2 chapters only you are going to score 10 marks, which is easy, which is simple, but you have to be technically strong. Now, the fifth unit is also of 14 marks, making a sum total of 70 marks. So, before starting, you should keep in mind that in which unit we have to focus more, which are the more scoring units, so that you can score a good marks with the flying colors in the board examination. So now, after discussing the syllabus, as you all know that the CBSE has changed the question paper pattern from the session 2019-20. So before going to the next level, we should have a quick revision, we have a quick notification of what is the question paper pattern. The paper is having a 5 sets, 5 sections, section A, section B, section C, section D and section E. The section A comprises of 5 marks. It has been, earlier it was 1 word, but now it has been converted into the MCQs. You will be having the 4 options, you have to tick the one. It is having the internal choices and the 2 questions. In 2 questions, you are going to have the internal choices. Now, section B, which is comprising from the question number 6 to question number 12, you are having a, this is of 1 marks each. Question number 6 to question number 12, it is having of 2 marks each. The question are comprising of 2 marks each and there is an internal choice. There is not overall choice, there is an internal choice in one question. One question you are having an internal choice, right? Now, in section C, you are having the 9 questions which are starting from question number 31 to question number 21. right? It is having that marks distribution of 3 marks. The question are 3 marks each, and it is having an overall internal choices of in 2 questions. In 2 questions you have an internal choices. Now section D is also of 3 marks. Okay, the question is from question number 22 question number 24. These are also having an internal choices in how many questions? There are 1 question, they are having the internal choices. And last, the section E, which is the most important, most scoring and the most easiest one, it is having the 3 questions. They are of 5 marks each, and each and every question is having an internal choice, means you are having each question with an internal choice. So you would we should study in such a manner that we are able to score in each and every section. We should be capable of performing best results in the board examinations. Now moving on to the next, we are going to start with the unit 1. I am going to start our first lecture, which is dealing with the chapter 1. The chapter is reproduction in organism. First of all, starting deep into the particular chapter, we should have a knowledge about what the topic is explaining. What does this term reproduction mean? So what is reproduction? Reproduction is a biological process in which one organism is giving rise to the another organisms of having the same features or which is similar to them. Suppose you are having a cat, okay, it is going to reproduce. So are you getting a cat or a dog? The answer is obviously a cat, because cat is exactly similar, it is similar to their parents. So reproduction means a process by which an organism is giving rise to the another organism, or we can say the offspring, which is similar to itself. Now the second term used in the topic is organism. So what do you mean by organism? Organism means any living being which is capable of performing the day-to-day activities, which are able to perform the life activities, which are able to continue their life. So organism comprises of all the living beings, whether it is a plant, whether it is a human, whether it is an animal, whether it is a microorganism. Each and every individual which is capable of being alive, which are capable of being maintaining its properties, its continuity of life, they are said to be an organism, right? The various features which are represented by the living organisms are: they are able to grow, they are able to show development, they are able to respire, they are able to excrete, they are able to coordinate, they are able to transport materials, they are able to excrete, they are able to control and coordination. These are the various features of an organism. Now moving into the detail, the term reproduction. I have told you the definition of reproduction, right? But definition in itself is not sufficient. We have to deal in detail. So first question that arises is why there is a need for reproduction. हमें reproduction क्यों ज़रूरी है हमारी life में? बिना reproduction के क्या problem हो जाएगी? The answer is reproduction is very essential. The two basic reasons are: first, to maintain, first for continuity of life, continuity of life. What do you mean by continuity? Continuity means you have seen that your ancestors, like your parents, are having their parents known as the grandparents, your grandparents was having their parents known as the grandparents. Likewise the series goes on. Likewise the ancestors giving rise to the offspring, their offsprings are giving rise to their offsprings. This is known as the continuity of life. Without continuity of life, we are not able to see the species after few years of their lifespan. Now one more thing, the second reason is reproduction is essential to maintain the ecosystem, to maintain the environment, because we all know that each and every organism, either it is a social organism or it is an independent individual, they need their environment, they need their basic necessities which are given by the environment. So what are the basic necessities? You all know that roti, kapda और मकान. जब तक किसी पर्सन के पास ये नहीं है, he or she is not having a complete life, तो उस चीज़ के लिए वो तभी मिलेगा, वो तभी पॉसिबल होगा जब हम अपने सराउंडिंग से कर रहे हैं. लेकिन सराउंडिंग से और चीज़ें तभी हमें मिलेंगी जब उनका रिप्रोडक्शन हो रहा होगा. इसका मतलब रिप्रोडक्शन इज़ एसेंशियल टू बैलेंस और टू मेक active participation in nature. ठीक है, these are the two basic reasons that why we need the reproduction. Besides that, you all know that the result of a reproduction is an offspring, which is also known as progeny. So the result of reproduction is, you can say that the result is known as either offspring or you can say it as a progeny. Now, after that we are going to in the detail that how these offsprings are formed. The offsprings are formed basically by the process of reproduction, but there are the differences between the reproduction methods. Based on the reproduction is either from the single parent, from the lower organism or from the higher organism or the two parents. The reproduction can be broadly classified into the two groups. The two groups can be, first it is known as asexual reproduction and the second one is known as sexual reproduction. Now I am going to tell you the basic differences between the asexual and sexual one. So the basic difference we are going to deal with between the asexual and sexual reproduction. The first and the foremost basic difference is that the asexual reproduction, the word itself is indicating asexual. A means without, sexual means sexual fusion of the partners. In case of the asexual reproduction, we can say that first point is they are uniparental, whereas a sexual reproduction is known as biparental. What do you mean by the term uniparental? Uni means one and parental means parent. When the offspring or progeny is formed from a single parent, then it is known as uniparental, or we can say that in the asexual reproduction only a single parent is involved, whereas in a sexual reproduction two parents are involved. The bi means two and parental means parents. In this two parents are involved. One is known as male parent, which is known as father, and other is known as the female parent, known as the mother. These two parents will give rise to their gametes. They will give rise to the gametes, okay, and these gametes will fuse and result in the formation of the offspring. So first point is clear, this is uniparental and this is biparental. The second difference is that, as we all know that in this sexual reproduction there is a formation of gamete. So the second difference becomes it does not involve any formation of gametes. Whereas this process involves formation of gametes. So what do you mean by the gametes? What are these gametes? How can you define a gamete? A gamete is a haploid. Haploid का मतलब होता है उसकी प्लॉइडी जस्ट हाफ होती है. पेरेंट्स की जो प्लॉइडी थी वो 2n थी, ठीक है, और जो गैमीट्स बने थे वो n बने थे. तो गैमीट्स क्या हैं, वो हैप्लॉइड सेट ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स होते हैं विच कंटेन्स द जीन्स फॉर द पर्टिकुलर ट्रेट्स, और वो पास ऑन होते हैं फ्रॉम पेरेंट टू द ऑफस्प्रिंग्स. इज इट क्लियर? सो सेकेंड डिफरेंस इज क्लियर. नाउ based on the second, the third difference arises is that in this you all know that formation of gametes are involved. The formation of gamete process involve a special cell division mechanism known as the meiosis. This means that as there is no formation of the gametes, so it is having only mitosis. यहाँ पे सिर्फ माइटोसिस टाइप की सेल डिवीजन होती है, एंड वी ऑल नो दैट एज यू हैव अर्लियर स्टडीड इन द क्लास 11th, माइटोसिस इज अ टाइप ऑफ इक्वेशनल डिवीजन. ठीक है, जिसमें पहले कैरियोकाइनेसिस होता है विच इज़ फॉलोड बाय द साइटोकाइनेसिस. बट यू ऑल नो दैट हियर वी इन्वॉल्व्स द formation of the gametes, and the gametes are formed using the process known as the meiosis. Means it involves both what? Mitosis as well as meiosis. Meiosis is a type of reductional division which is used for conversion of 2n to n. That's why it is important in case of the sexual reproduction. After this, the next difference arises is if we are having only one cell division and we are having the two type of cell division, automatically the time difference will come. So this process is fast. This is a fast process and simple also, right? But this process involves the complicated cell division. That's why it is a slow process and complex too. Is it clear? Now the fifth difference that arises is what about the progenies form. इनकी जो progenies formed होंगी उनमें क्या basic difference होगा? The basic difference is that कि अगर एक ही parent है, suppose करो मैं हूँ, मैं ही सारा कंट्रीब्यूशन दे रही हूँ, जो भी एक्टिविटीज़ है मैं ही परफॉर्म कर रही हूँ, जो भी जीन्स जा रहे हैं मेरे ही जा रहे हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली जो ऑफस्प्रिंग होगा वो बिल्कुल मुझसे मैच करेगा, चाहे मैं जेनेटिक्स की बात करूँ, चाहे मैं मॉर्फोलॉजी की बात करूँ. दिस इज़ अ सिमिलर केस विद द एसेक्सुअल वन. इन दिस द प्रोजेनी फॉर्म्ड इज exactly similar, exactly identical you can say to the parent, but in this case the progeny shows variation. Now the exactly identical progeny is given a name that is known as clone. The name given is clone. So what are clones? Clones are the offsprings which are formed by the asexual reproductions which are exactly identical to their parent in terms of morphology as well as genetics. Genetics means genes के form में. But in this the progeny shows variation. What does this term variation means? Variation means, as you all know that two parents are involved, they are giving their contribution in terms of gametes. And gametes, what are gametes? Gametes are having a chromosomes which are carrying the genes. So the offspring is formed by the fusion of gametes. So अगर suppose करो, आपने सुना भी होगा जब कोई बेबी होता है, जब भी कोई रिलेटिव्स या जो भी गेट टुगेदर होता है, जो बेबी को देखने आते हैं, दे वर सेइंग, उनके यहाँ से ये निकलता है, अरे यार इसके लिप्स तो ना इसके पापा से मिलते हैं, इसकी आइज़ जो है इसकी मम्मा से मिलती हैं, इसके ये चीज़ इससे मिलती है. व्हाट डज इट इंडिकेट? इट इंडिकेट्स दैट पर्टिकुलर उस ट्रेट के जो जीन्स आई है वो उस पर्टिकुलर पेरेंट से आई है. इफ़ आई एम सेइंग कि उसके लिप्स पापा से मिलते हैं, इसका मतलब जो लिप्स वाला ट्रेट है, जो जीन है, वो डोमिनेंट किसका है? फादर का, इसलिए फादर को एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है. दैट्स वाई दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है, इसीलिए वो क्या शो कर रहा है? वेरिएशन कर रहा है. ठीक है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट डिफरेंस इज as it is exactly identical, तो इसका मतलब कोई वेरिएशन नहीं होगा. It doesn't contribute in variation. It does not contribute towards variation. And if there is no variation, the evolution process cannot occur. or rather we can say that asexual reproduction is not giving any role in the process of evolution, whereas the sexual reproduction is giving its contribution to variation, which in turn results into evolution. So we can say that evolution is occurring due to the sexual reproduction. These are the basic differences. The last and the simple difference is that asexual reproduction is shown by the either single-celled organism or the lower organisms whose body organization is very simple. But the sexual reproduction is mainly shown by the higher animals whose body organization is complicated. It is having a tissue level of organization, which means there is a division of labor to each and every tissue, to each and every cell which perform the work assigned. Okay. Now we have seen that the differences between the sexual and asexual, and we have also found the result is your progeny or offspring. Now the one question that strikes in my mind is for how many years does a offspring being alive, कितने सालों तक जीता है वो? That particular term is explained by using a word known as the lifespan. लाइफ स्पेन क्या होता है? लाइफ स्पेन को हम कह सकते हैं कि हमारी जीने की उम्र कितनी है. जीने की उम्र का मतलब है कि हम कितने साल तक जिएंगे. उसके लिए बायो में एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड गिवन है जिसे हम लाइफ स्पेन कहते हैं. तो लाइफ स्पेन क्या है? इट इज़ द ड्यूरेशन फ्रॉम द बर्थ टू द नेचुरल डेथ. वी ऑल नो दैट डेथ इज़ सर्टेन बट इट्स कॉजेज आर अनसर्टेन. सबको पता है कि मरना तो है ही, लेकिन हमें ये नहीं पता कि हम कब कैसे मरेंगे. ठीक है. तो इसीलिए जो लाइफ स्पेन है हम उसको ये नहीं कह सकते कि सपोज करो एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो उसकी जो लाइफ स्पेन थी कम थी ना. लाइफ स्पेन के लिए हम एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड्स यूज़ करते हैं, दैट इज़ लाइफ स्पेन इज एक्सप्लेन्ड. इट इज़ द पीरियड फ्रॉम बर्थ टू द नेचुरल डेथ. And it is mainly taken on the basis of average. हमेशा इसे हम एवरेज, तो जब भी हम लाइफ स्पेन की बात करेंगे तो हम डायरेक्टली लाइफ स्पेन नहीं बोलते, हम बोलते हैं एवरेज लाइफ स्पेन, विच इज़ टेकिंग इनटू अकाउंट द वेरियस फैक्टर्स. हम वेरियस फैक्टर्स को लेते हैं. उसके केसेस में हम सिंगल पर्सन को ना लेके एक ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं और उनका एवरेज निकाल के हम उसका एवरेज इंडिकेट करते हैं. यू हैव ऑल नोन दैट अर्लियर द एवरेज लाइफ स्पेन was about 100 years. The average life, पहले ये था कि जो पहले के ज़माने के लोग थे आपने देखा था बहुत बहुत साल तक जीते थे, लेकिन आजकल वो है लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी हमारी कम हो गई है. उसके रीजंस हैं कि पहले हम लोग नेचर से रिलेटेड चीज़ों को कंज्यूम करते थे, नेचर के साथ कांटेक्ट में रहते थे, लेकिन आजकल हम लोगों ने अपनी नेसेसिटीज़ की वजह से नेचर को तो अफेक्ट किया ही है, जिसने इनडायरेक्टली हमारी एक्सपेक्टेंसी को क्या कर दिया है, रिड्यूस किया. ठीक है. सो लाइफ स्पैन आपको पॉइंट क्लियर हो गया. नाउ मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, दैट इज़ द टाइप्स ऑफ एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. सो आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन द टाइप्स ऑफ एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन इन डिटेल. Asexual reproduction can be of different types. Mainly we are having 6 types. The 6 types are, the first and the simplest one, it is known as fission. What do you mean by fission? The term itself is indicating that if a single individual is divided into the two individuals, or we can say that when a single cell or the single organism, by undergoing the cell division, it is giving rise to the two daughter cells or the two organism, then the process is known as fission. Now depending upon the cell division, we all know that cell division comprises of the two basic steps. First is karyokinesis and second is cytokinesis. So similar way, the fission also involves, first is nucleus division, and the nucleus division is known as karyokinesis, which is followed by cytoplasm division, and the cytoplasm division is known as cytokinesis. So, in each and every cell division, the basic concept is the same, that is, first the nucleus will divide, followed by the division of the cytoplasm known as the cytokinesis. Now, fission can be of different types based on the डिविजन ऑफ प्लेन, कि जो प्लेन का डिवाइड करने का जो प्लेन है वो क्या है. सपोज करो अगर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो लॉन्गिट्यूडनल करता है तो उसे हम क्या कहेंगे, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल टाइप ऑफ डिवीजन. ठीक है. अगर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो आपका ट्रांसवर्सली करता है, इसका मतलब उसका क्या है, ट्रांसवर्स टाइप ऑफ है. अगर एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो कहीं से भी कुछ भी करता है, दैट इट इज़ नोन एज इर्रेगुलर. अगर एक है जिसमें सिर्फ एक ही डिफाइंड प्लेन है, देन इट इज़ नोन एज रेगुलर वन. और कभी कभी क्या होता है, किसी ऑर्गेनिज्म में ना तो वो लॉन्गिट्यूडनल है ना वो ट्रांसवर्सल, वो ऐसे होता है जिसे हम ऑब्लिक. सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द फिशन डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द डिविजन ऑफ प्लेन. दिस वन, फर्स्ट वन, इट इज़ नोन एज लॉन्गिट्यूडनल. Second one is known as transverse. Third one is known as irregular. Fourth one is known as regular. And fifth one is known as oblique. So these are the different types of fission depending upon the division of the plane. Now moving on to the next type, basically depending upon how many daughter cells are formed, it can be divided into the two subtypes. The two subtypes are, the two subtypes is, first is known as binary fission and the second is known as multiple fission. Now the term indicates that bi means two, nari means number. When a single cell is converted into the two daughter cells, then this process is known as binary fission, and the division of plane can be oblique, can be transverse, can be longitudinal. The division can be anyone, but the result is what? The two daughter cells are formed. This type of fission mainly occurs in amoeba. You all know that amoeba is a single celled organism. It is showing a process, reproduction by the fission, in which the single amoeba is converted into the two daughter cells, or we can say that the two adult amoebas are formed, right? So the basic example is amoeba. And the process will be same. First the nucleus will divide and later on the cytoplasm will divide. So now you are clear with the topic, that is a binary fission. Moving on to the next topic, that is multiple fission. As the word indicates, multiple means many. When a single, it is occurring mainly in the organism. Its example is plasmodium. प्लाज्मोडियम में क्या होता है, प्लाज्मोडियम मेनली अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस के केस में क्या करता है, वो अपने चारों तरफ, या एक बार फिर से मैं बता रही हूँ आपको, प्लाज्मोडियम जब अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस हैं, अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस मीन्स वो कंडीशन जिसमें वो जर्मिनेट नहीं कर सकता, तो वो क्या करता है, अपनी बॉडी के चारों तरफ 3 to 4 लेयर्स की हार्ड कवरिंग बनाता है, विच इज़ नोन एज सिस्ट. ठीक है, वो अपने आप को सिस्ट के अंदर प्रोटेक्ट करता है. जब अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस होती है तो सिस्ट के अंदर ही क्या करता है, अपने न्यूक्लियस को बहुत सारा डिवाइड कर लेता है. ठीक है, पहले तो न्यूक्लियस बहुत बार डिवाइड हो चुका, मतलब मल्टीपल न्यूक्लियाइज. फिर वो सब के चारों तरफ क्या करता है, साइटोप्लाज्म डिवाइड करना. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया, एक न्यूक्लियस से क्या बन गया, आपके बहुत सारे न्यूक्लियाई बने, बहुत सारे सेल्स बन गए. और जैसे ही फेवरेबल कंडीशंस रिजल्ट होती हैं, ये क्या करते हैं, ये प्रेशर क्रिएट करते हैं, इनके अंदर क्या आता है, ड्राइनेस आती है, या वी कैन से दैट द जो वाटर था, ह्यूमिडिटी था, वो लॉस हो चुका होता है, एक प्रेशर क्रिएट होता है जिसकी वजह से सिस्ट ओपन हो जाती है और ये सारे आपके क्या हो जाते हैं, नेचर में डिस्पर्स हो जाते हैं। ठीक है, जब आप मल्टीपल फिशन टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे तो आप एक और टर्म पढ़ेंगे दैट इज नोन एज स्पोरुलेशन। व्हाट इज स्पोरुलेशन, मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि स्पोरुलेशन के साथ साथ एक और टर्म पढ़ेंगे एंसिस्टेशन। एंसिस्टेशन का मतलब है फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सिस्ट अराउंड द प्लाज्मोडियम इन केस ऑफ अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन, एंड आफ्टर एंसिस्टेशन व्हाट अकर्स, the favorable conditions revert back, the conditions result in the number of divisions, and finally it gives rise to the formation of spores which are known as sporulation. Is it okay? So for I think first type of asexual reproduction is clear to all you. Now the second type is, the second is known as, you have already heard about this, that is your budding. I think you all have heard about this. Now before budding we should know that what do you mean by bud. What is bud? We all know that if you have seen the hydra, in case of hydra a small outgrowth appears, that outgrowth is known as the bud. Okay, suppose this is your hydra. hydra में क्या है, एक छोटी सी बर्ड आई, पहले वो धीरे 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 क्या होगी, बड़ी होती जाएगी साइज़ में, और जब वो इतना कैपेबल हो जाए कि ये सारी एक्टिविटीज़ को इंडिपेंडेंटली परफॉर्म कर सकती है, तो वो क्या करेगी, अपने आप को पेरेंट से डिटैच कर देगी और नेचर में आके जर्मिनेट करके फिर से क्या बना देगी, एक नया हाइड्रा बना दे। दिस प्रोसेस इज नोन एज बडिंग। ठीक है, अब बडिंग में बेसिक तो समझ में आ गया कि एक बर्ड है, बर्ड जर्मिनेट करेगी और वो बना देगी न्यू ऑर्गेनिज्म या एडल्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म, दैट इज क्लियर। बट बडिंग बेस्ड अपॉन कि जो आउटग्रोथ है, जो बर्ड है वो पेरेंट से अटैच फॉर्म में ही करेगी जर्मिनेट, या वो अपने आप को डिटैच करेगी, उसके बेसिस पे हम बडिंग को दो कैटेगरीज में डिफाइन कर सकते हैं। द टू कैटेगरीज में बी, इट कैन बी द सिंपल बडिंग or it may be the chain budding. The simple budding is this one, in which the outgrowth, one outgrowth is coming, one bud is coming, it is attaining a proper size, attaining the independency, and after attaining that it is getting detached from the parent, and after germination it is giving rise to the new individual, the adult organism. This is known as the simple budding. But in case of yeast, what we see that this is your yeast cell. In this yeast a small outgrowth occur, this will germinate into the adult, later on this will also give an bud, this will also the likewise क्या होता है, तो एक चेन बन जाती है, क्योंकि वो डिटैच नहीं कर रही है पेरेंट सेल से, इसने आउटग्रोथ दी, इसी से अटैच्ड है, इसने इसी से अटैच फॉर्म में एक आउटग्रोथ दी, इस तरह से चेन बन जाती है, और इस टाइप की बडिंग को हम क्या बोलते हैं, चेन बडिंग। इज इट क्लियर? नो, मूविंग टू द थर्ड टाइप, दैट इज नोन एज, the third type is known as fragmentation. Fragmentation is a process which mainly occurs in your algae. Example is your Spirogyra. Spirogyra is a green algae which is having a spiral shaped क्लोरोप्लास्ट। इसके केस में जो क्लोरोप्लास्ट होता है वो आपका स्पाइरल शेप्ड होता है। स्पाइरोगाइरा में क्या है, सपोज करो बाय एक्सीडेंटली या अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस वो छोटे छोटे फ्रेगमेंट्स में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, एंड द ईच एंड एवरी फ्रेगमेंट इज गिविंग राइज टू एन एडल्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म और एन एडल्ट स्पाइरोगाइरा। दैट इज द प्रोसेस नोन एज द फ्रेगमेंटेशन। नाउ इट कैन बी रिप्रेजेंटेड लाइक दिस, दिस इज योर स्पाइरोगाइरा, ठीक है, by accidental reasons ये छोटे छोटे fragments में convert हो गया, and each and every fragment is giving rise to the complete Spirogyra. This process is known as fragmentation. Now moving to the next type, which is known as what? The next type is known as what? Right, it is about regeneration. What is regeneration? Regeneration can be used as an repair mechanism, but in case of the lower simple single celled organism, it is taken as a type of reproduction, because in this the example is simple one, your planaria. In case of planaria, what happens? This is your planaria. In this, what happens? Suppose accidentally to protect themselves from the predators, what they do? They divide into the short pieces. वो pieces में divide हो जाते हैं. And regeneration में क्या होगा? इसका जो missing piece है वो डेवलप हो जाएगा, इसका जो मिसिंग पीस है वो डेवलप हो जाएगा. इसका मतलब आपको क्या हो गया? जितने पार्ट्स होंगे उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए उतने ऑर्गेनिजम्स बन जाएंगे. दिस टाइप इज नोन एज अ व्हाट? रीजनरेशन टाइप ऑफ एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. नाउ इज इट क्लियर? आई थिंक. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज द फिफ्थ वन. व्हाट इज द फिफ्थ वन? फिफ्थ वन इज नोन एज द स्पोर फॉर्मेशन. What is spore formation? What are spores? Spores are the unicellular structures which are giving rise to the complete new organism. The spores can be of different types. They can be either conidias or they can be zoospores or they can be oospores. These are the different categories of the spores, and later we will discuss more about them. Okay? Now moving to the next type, that is the sixth one, which is known as vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation. So what is vegetative propagation? In case of the higher organism, we can say that the higher angiosperms. We all know that in case of the plant kingdom, angiosperms are the most higher one. So in case of the most of the angiosperms, the organisms, the different body parts of the plant are used for the propagation, or used for the reproduction of a complete organism, and this type of reproduction is known as either vegetative reproduction or you can say vegetative propagation. This is mainly restricted to the higher plants of the plant kingdom. Now the different body parts, you can say stems, roots, leaves, buds, these all which are other than reproductive parts are known as the vegetative propagules. So today I am ending this lecture. We will move on to the next topics. We will in detail study about the spore formation and vegetative reproduction in our next class. Till then, see you, take care, and please do subscribe and do comments on my channel. Thank you so much.